All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect in 1/3. And Lord's will, this lesson will be edifying as well as exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakodash, and the Wadi Bahashem, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Forgive me the inspiration to do this lesson. And as the title reads, all Jake want to do is play. And, I was just pretty much surfing the web, looking up, current news. We're getting ready to go to camp, so it's going to be a GMS quick hit. But I was just searching around, looking what's going on. And there's a common theme amongst Jake that we see on social media, on television, what they're getting notoriety for outside of criminal activity, the stereotypical things. One thing that I notice is all Jake is doing as the Rome revival, this empire is crumbling and falling before our face. All Jake is doing is just playing, making skits, doing videos, side pieces, work, boyfriend, just bullshitting, just playing. They're not taking nothing serious. They and they act like they're going to be here, forever. And I will say this, they will be here until they die. Let's actually start with that in the book of Isaiah, the 6th chapter, because one could ask, how long, and that's actually a good question. And we're going to show you prophetically. But even though we know it prophetically, we also have to make mention of this. This has to be known. This has to be rebuked. This has to be addressed. This has to be brought before the masses of people. It says, lift up thy voice and show my people their transgressions. All right. So let's go here real quick. I don't Ratazah, the audio is good. Okay. Yeah. Just want to do it real quick. I got to get ready to head out. But this was just on my spirit. Let me start right here. Isaiah 6:8, even Yahushai quoted this, and Apostle Paul quoted this in Acts the 28th chapter. So this is a common situation that prophets, men of the Lord, have dealt with when going to Israel for the most part. That's why it goes into a small remnant. Isaiah 6:8, also I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send, and who will go for us? Then said I, here I am, send me. Like us, we are being sent. Okay, what I just said, we're getting ready to go to camp. So we're being sent out. Okay, so we don't take the title, but as our elders have said in the past, we are apostles as well, but we don't self-appoint these titles upon ourselves as we see people do in the world. Actually, it's quite contrary. We fill these offices while not promoting those titles. Okay, but you'll have people that love these titles and accolades, and they're false, But anyways, it says he said, go and tell this people. What people? The Lord's people. And then when you go and see these people, they're playing, they're laughing, they're doing skits. Everybody come look, let's point, let's laugh, let's have fun. This was a problem in the wilderness. Okay, they rose up to play. This is why Apostle Paul told that to the Corinthians, that they rose up to play. Now is not the time to be playing. Okay, I had originally I was going to title this lesson, all Jake is a successful joker. He's literally turned playing into a quote unquote successful career because of the image of Babylon. And I've been lately, I want to also do a lesson about how when you mix the curses with the image, that's a diabolical drink that our people are consuming right now. And this is why they're in this state of mind and body and spirit that they're in. Okay. Jake is highly delusional. All right. You have to be on a spiritual smog for you not to see what's going on around you. Okay. Now, I'm sure there's a few Jakes here and there that can read the room, but for the most part, all Jake is doing is playing, just wants to be the ladies' man, wants to be the player, wants to get his YouTube channel popping, just bullshit. Okay. They do not have a ruling class mentality. Okay. Even the Jake woman, all they're doing is trying to be successful for what Esau has built for them to walk through. It's a scary thing. We are starting from the ground up on our own foundation. This is why Apostle Paul spoke about that I should not build on another man's foundation. Okay, and our foundation is Yahweh Shai. 2/3 foundation is Babylon, is Esau. And that foundation is getting ready to crumble and wash away. It says, and he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand that. Look, brother, like these other camps, the t-shirt fringes. I click through, like Ezekiel did. I poke my head in, I look around, and they're just going, brother, look, brother, you a king, brother. Let that white girl low, brother. Like, you're not doing nothing. Okay, see, we are being inspired to be fishers of men, but men of the predestinated elect, that sort. That's the fish we're looking for. I believe they call them like trophy fish. When you have people that are professional fishers, there's an in particular fish that they're looking for. So there's an in particular bait that you'll use. If you want to catch a nigga fish, then put some nigga shit on it. Okay, that's why other camps, they do the flashy things, they do the clickbait things, they do the matching garment, because they're fishing for numbers. They're not fishing for the 144,000. They're not fishing for the 1/3. They're just there for numbers. See? And it said, which that's how you catch barracudas. And he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not. So even past the you black, we Jews, we this. No, look, America's about to be destroyed. The next world war is about to take place. You potentially, more than likely, will be drafted and categorized as an illegal immigrant. They could potentially force you to take this technology, put it inside your body. So now that you can be identified on a systematic grid that they are getting ready to implement, to push across the known world for a global domination. But, I got to go my Jake calling. Okay? That's what Jake's on right now. You got to really look at Jake and what their desires are, where their thought is. If you got Jakes around you and they're just talking about whatever common, I don't even know common rappers anymore. You know what I mean? But if you'll see, like I remember years ago, I was around a couple of Jakes. They had gave me a ride real quick, and all the niggas was talking about was shoes. I don't even know what the hell. I don't know what a Jordan 11 is. I'm saying I'll wear shoes. I like comfy clothes, but like the things that Jake has invested his mind in is absolutely, completely folly, foolish, and unprofitable. They have invested stock in vanity, and they're thinking that vanity is they're going to be able to cash in on it. No, that's a trap. That's a snare. It says, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Like you look around, you see what's going on with the world. What do you say? What's wrong with the world, mama? You look around, you really see what's going on, and you like, man, it's getting real. I was just reading an article how 4 U.S. states are potentially in talk of succeeding from America before Trump gets in office, because they don't want to risk being cut out of funding, and their state could, ultimately collapse. Because when you go into federal funding, remember there's state funding and federal funding. Federal government is White House, that sort of thing. So if they cut federal funding from a state, do you know who immediately gets impacted first? Low-income families. What's Jake? A low-income family. So Jake doesn't even see the walls are closing in around him. Okay, he has a very minute, a very small, minuscule mindset when it comes to his position right now in Babylon as a people. All right, let's keep going. It says, make the heart of this people fat and make their ears heavy and shut their eyes. Okay, this is why they'll drive by. That's right. They'll mock, they'll scoff. Okay. I had this Jake woman. I was walking out of the store. She was walking in, and she was on her normal black woman tear shit. And she looked at, I guess she was talking about some situation she had with a woman. And she said, I don't give a shit about no bitch. Blah, 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 blah. And then she made eye contact with me, and I was just trying to pass by. Then she looked me dead in my face, and she said, I don't give a shit about a nigga neither. I'm like, but I didn't pay no mind. I didn't take it. I didn't fight. I didn't do nothing. I went right back to the car to go home. But my point is, you'll have the our people cross path with the hopeful elect, with men being inspired by the Holy Spirit, out here pushing, preaching, prophesizing, and they'll still look at you up and down like you're nothing. Okay, so you got to understand, our people, they can't see, they're dumb. Okay, that's the actual definition of dumb. Okay, Jake is walking around like a dumb idol. Let me show you. Dumbass. Look, mute, silent, refraining from speaking or unable to speak. Yeah, they're dumb. Okay. They're dumb. Okay. Look, they're spiritually dizzy. 2 Thessalonians 2:11, they're strong delusion. Look, not responding through ignorance. Jake is spiritually dumb. Okay. Look, speechless. They don't have words to speak. They don't have sense. Okay. Look, speechless. Okay. Look, foolish, ignorant. That's exactly what Jake is right now. And then on top of it, this prophecy is breaking down why when you show or teach or speak to them, they can't understand, can't hear you, or understand it. You know, like Jake say, you feel me? You hear me knocking? Well, let me in. Jake, you can't. Jake got a hard head right now. They got a spiritually hard head. Okay. It says, make the heart, the head of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart and convert and be healed. So we, brothers, okay, we brothers, we are being and have been healed. Even you sisters, you're being healed by this truth, because we were once blind too, lost too, in folly too, but now being awoken. That's the Ezekiel 37, waking up. So now there's a spirit of going out and wake up. What my man Lawrence Fishburne say, wake up. But not everyone's set to wake up. This is why they have a different direction they're going in. And majority of our people, direction that they're going in is nothing but vanity and folly. Okay, let's get this real quick. So that should help you walking forward. Loved ones, friends, people around you. Some of us are actually around our people all the time. And then you now can have more a sense of peace spiritually of what's going on. The narrative. You got to understand there's a narrative that's taking place in the spirit. We're all spirits, even Esau. Okay, we're all spirits. So there is a position that we have to all take as these spirits in this flesh, but majority of people don't understand that because the Lord's not dealing with them. So they go to this book, they go to that book. We have the meaning of life. We know and we understand why you're doing that, who's doing. This is why through thy precepts you get what? Understand. Oh, that's why she's a demon. Oh, that's why he's doing that. See? So Ecclesiastes 10 and 5, it says, there is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceedeth from the ruler. Folly is set in great dignity. So that right there is a problem. And now we also can now incorporate Esau as a part of an enabler to allow Jake to be living on this standard. That's why I said he's polluted my inheritance. What's that? Isaiah 19. I got to wrap this up. Isaiah, let me see real quick. Isaiah 19 and 16. Let me see. Yep, right here. Is that the one I want? Let me see. Isaiah. This is a good one too. No, I don't want that one. Let me just put it in real quick. I know it's probably right in my face. Polluted my inheritance right here. 47, excuse me. Isaiah 47 and 6. Right. Yes, because it goes sit down in the dust. Isaiah, real quick. Isaiah 47. I just want to snag this point. Sometimes there's certain precepts you must grab to make that point. Isaiah 47 and 6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance. So we've been polluted where? Here. We've been completely polluted here in Babylon. And then you want to know how you see that pollution? I'm going to give you a best way. When you take a Jake out of the stereotypical hood, ghetto, black gang, and then you pull him from that, and then you put him in another country or even in just corporate America. And then you could see how the system has failed this individual. You see that? So we have been polluted on the highest scale possible, mentally, physically, and spiritually, by being integrated into Babylon. This is why now it said, what? Come out of her, my people. Now in Revelations 18, that's literal. But then we're also told that in Jeremiah, and then we're also told that somewhere else. But now we've come out spiritually. But if you want to bet on Babylon, be in Babylon, that's what you're going to have to. You're going to have to succumb to wickedness, folly, vanity. You have to get a face tag. You're going to have to shake ass. Okay. And guess what? When you're out there and in that, there's no one around that's going to put their hand on your shoulder and say, you shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be doing this. Put that down. See, because everyone around is wicked. Okay. That's why I said truth faileth. I was wroth with my people. I polluted my inheritance and giving them into thy hand. Whose hand? Esau's hand. Thou didst shew them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou verily heavily laid thy yoke. And of course, how do you destroy a nation? By taking out the leaders, taking out the elder so that you can now grasp your hands on the younger. And when you get them young, the opportunities are endless. And that's exactly what Esau's doing with his new order for his world that he's attempting to rule in. This is why we see the young children today being pushed on a level of liberty and do what you want, but he's influencing them what to do, and then now he says they have the right to do that. See? So he's already ruined 3 generations, and I want to keep pushing that. Let's just look at it like this. If you're 40, okay, the next generation after you, let's just say is what, 21. Well, look at the average 21-year-old in Babylon as a Jake. And then after that 21-year-old, he's going to have a baby, right? And that baby's going to be probably about, let's just say 3. But in between the 21 and the 3-year-old, you got what, a 12-year-old. So the 21-year-old, done. That's the next generation. Then after him, as his baby's growing up, you got the next kids that are 12 years old growing up in the society. They're completely done. And now when that 21-year-old, 3-year-old grows up in this society, they're completely finished. So Esau single-handedly has destroyed 3 generations right before our face right now in 2024 as we're entering 2025. So there's nothing that Jake can possibly do, say, or preach to us that's going to fix the problem, because we have the answers. And if it's not coming from this, we don't want to hear it. Okay. Now from there, let's end it with this. It says, folly is set in great dignity and the rich sit in the low place. But remember, the Lord is going to pull us out of this dunghill. What's that? 1 Samuel 2:6. Let me wrap this up. I know I keep saying it, but I just don't want to end it so abruptly. Real quick. 1 Samuel 2. Yes, 1 Samuel 2:6. So we're getting ready to rise, brothers. Okay. 1 Samuel 2:6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up, like Lord Yahushai, right? The Lord maketh poor. We're poor, but it says, I've chosen the poor out of this world, rich in faith. See, maketh rich. But Jake right now, to get out of poor, to get out of this position of curses, he has to what? He has to do folly. He has to get a dress. He has to do vanity. He has to sell out. Okay. See, he has to sacrifice to Satan. The Lord maketh poor. So we're poor right now, but we're rich in faith, and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. So we're getting ready to be lifted up, literally in the air. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust. We're the poor, and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and he has set the world upon them. So we're being built up to be these pillars, see, to be the rulers of the world to come, which is this on this planet Earth. Let thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So there's something beautiful that's taking place right now that majority of our people have not been set up in the spirit to see. So we need to thank Yahweh Shemel Shai that we're taking this serious and we're not playing, because that's all Jake can do. Only thing Jake is good for right now is a laugh, a giggle, a blunt, a bottle, a rap, a verse, a joke, a skit. That's it. He ain't good for nothing else. See? But the Lord is showing you what the Ruach HaKodesh is doing to portions of his people, starting with his men. And that's what this truth is showing us as a nation. All right, so I'm just going to end it there. Adon Ratazak could continue in the spirit at camp, but I just wanted to do a real quick hit before we head out. So I just want to say, call halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, shalom.